Hello Aquarius, welcome to your mid to late December 2025 energy check-in. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is Gypsy Insights Tarot. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. I want to thank you for all your support throughout the year. You guys have been lovely. I appreciate each and every one of you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes and your comments down below as well. I read each and every one, so please do continue to comment away. Alright Aquarius, for you, you've pulled the card of Time and Tide. Oh yeah, well, when we think about Time and Tide, it feels to me like moon cycles. So for some of you there could be something around the feminine cycle that I'm seeing here. It could be fertility that I'm seeing for some of my Aquarius, not all of you of course. And there's an energy here of cycles, things that repeat. But what I'm seeing with this Time and Tide more than anything is change, which is interesting. Changing a cycle. So Aquarius, let's get these cards down. And while I do that, I want to let you know that my 2026 year ahead readings are up and about. And you can find the link down below in the descriptions box if you're interested in finding out what's coming up for you guys in the new year ahead. So let's take a look. I'll be reading the uprights today. Aquarius. Oh, 10 of Cups. That's a very fertile energy. So where you put your focus at this present time, the holiday parties, holidays with family, it's a lovely energy. When we talk about rituals, of course the holidays have a number of rituals, so some of you could be participating in those things, which is going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness. In the past, we do have this 7 of Wands energy. There's resistance here. I do get a very strong alpha energy around that, Aquarius. So when it comes to other people, I do feel that you have been feeling like you really need to fight back. So let's see why that might be. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. Aquarius, I'm getting for a lot of you, you feel like you've always had to battle for things, you've always had to fight for things, and it seems like you're reaching a place where you're finding some sort of ability to manage everything. For some of you, you may have had children, quite young children for some of you, and you've spent a lot of time trying to just manage an overwhelming family situation when it comes to working and providing for children. Some of you are single parents, or you may have carry the majority of the load around the family home. In the near future, we do have the 4 of Wands. So for some of you, you are moving, or you're going to get married. For some of you who haven't already tied the knot, there is a celebration that could be upcoming here. Time and Tide, a ritual. A wedding, of course, is a ritual. And when it comes to your best path to follow, it is the Sun. So the path of happiness, the path of clarity, knowing what you want, knowing what your focus should be, which is family life. And around you we've got this Knight of Wands. So for some of you, yes, you could be relocating. Could be somewhere near the water, or the sea, the ocean. And of course your hope is the Empress. So yes, some of you could be pregnant or becoming pregnant, or your focus is on getting pregnant in the new year. Some of you are already parents. The outcome here is the King of Cups. Someone around you could be a water sign, but more than that, I just feel that this is an energy of flow, of love, of a natural flow of events. It feels like things becoming easier for you. And we have this 9 of Cups. Yeah, what's hidden here is a wish granted when it comes to family, marriage, tying the knot. You've had a bit of a tough go of it here, Aquarius, just generally in life. You feel like you've had to fight for everything. But I feel like marriage, a ritual, this feels important to you, a ritual. It may not be strictly a marriage as like we see in how, I guess, the traditional form. It could be like a hand fasting ceremony. It could be something that is a ritual binding is what I'm getting, a ritual binding. And it could come with a move. So there's not only there's a lot of celebration here. It could come with children ready-made. You could be joining families together, or you could be adding to that as well with that Empress card. If you're not looking for that, of course, this is a caution to take precautions, because you could become pregnant. But it looks like, Aquarius, you're finding contentment here with family, settling down, not feeling like you're constantly fighting for things. When you're single, it is a tough go. You have to kind of really put yourself out there and be somewhat aggressive. But this feels like being more in the feminine yin energy than the yang. Allowing someone to do things for you, especially if you're pregnant. I think that's a good thing. Some of you could be taking time away or time off from work or your business here to focus on family. So things look really good here. I think that for some of you, you could be going to visit family at this time, talking about moving closer to family. Let's see, anything else here for Aquarius, please, Spirit? Messages for Aquarius, mid to late December. Managing to be glad. Yeah, creating your own happiness. I think that's the choice, isn't it? I mean, happiness really is a choice, no matter what is going on in our life, no matter what circumstances. Because let's face it, not many of us are in perfect circumstances in life. Yeah, your happiness is in your own hands here, Aquarius. It's something which can be managed, nurtured, and grown. Now, of course, life can be very difficult, and I see that. Very challenging. But you're being asked to really focus on growing the happiness that it is that you truly want with this Sun card. And out of this will, this desire to feel joy once again, you will. You may have in the past felt like happiness was for others, for people who you thought were more fortunate, or have been given blessings that you may have missed out on. You may have even believed that happiness is an act of fate rather than a disciplined way of thinking and behaving. But you may have even thought that feeling happy was out of reach, focusing on the negative, focusing on sadness, focusing on what you didn't have or what you don't have, rather than creating the happiness that you want. So there's an energy here of two possibilities with this reading. The first is that you may have even assumed that someone else's life is simpler, easier, and that happiness comes more readily to them. You may have thought that happiness came harder for you, and you have to struggle to be happy with that Seven of Wands. But this isn't the case at all. Happiness is earned by everyone. And I think that this is you juggling those two things, if you will. And managing them both. Managing both, recognizing that you are someone who needs to struggle to be happy, yes, as we all do. Happiness doesn't come easy for anybody, guys. Not with our minds, not with the stuff that goes on in our heads. No, I feel that people who are I want to say simpler in terms of their mind, how they have been born, actually find happiness a more natural state. We really do struggle with keeping ourselves happy when we have such thoughts that go through our mind on a daily basis. But the thing is, if we can control those thoughts and we can manage to be glad in spite of those thoughts, then we can find joy, we can find happiness there. So whether it's you that is assuming that other people's lives are simpler, or whether it's the opposite way around, this can be reversed. There's an energy here of needing to redirect your thoughts. Yeah. Learning how to be happy. It's one of those things, isn't it? And for some of you here, it may be something that comes and goes in your life, periods of, for some of you there could be like a more of a ups and downs when it comes to managing stress levels, or managing, even with this time and tide, moon cycles, feminine energy, something there, evening out, mood swings. For some of you, it's somebody else's mood swings. Certainly, if someone does have a lot of mood swings around you, and somebody who is stealing your happiness, of course, I think that you have to be really mindful of the moods that somebody could create in your life. Let's say you're happy. Just generally you work on happiness, keeping yourself happy, and somebody around you, it comes into your life and throws a wet blanket all over your creativity, all over you, and is saying, well, you can't be happy, when you know you can. So for some of you it is kind of a battle within yourself, but for others of you it could be a battling somebody else around you who really does steal your joy. You may even have someone around you here, Aquarius, who feels lost. It could be a male, but it doesn't have to be. Very unpredictable energy, mood swings. In that case, for some of you, you may be looking to see whether if you can find happiness with this person. For some of you, you may be recognizing that someone around you who is somewhat, I don't want to say troubled, but it does feel a little bit like managing someone's mood swings. I mean, I can't really get away from that energy here, Aquarius. Managing someone's mood swings. Could be you, but it could be another person. But yet I feel that you want to create happiness with this person. You want marriage with them. You want to be around them. Although they can't, no one's perfect. So you get to decide, who you love and who you don't. Who's perfect for you and who isn't. And for some of you, this is somebody who does make you happy, regardless of. And for some of you, there is this energy of I'm getting like coping. Let's see, what is this coping about? Yeah, be careful, guys. Make sure that you know where you step with this person. Don't be blindly just getting into something here and assuming that everything will be fine. Aquarius, let's see. got this energy here. There's sadness, there's grief. And we've got this ailing king energy. Yeah, I feel it's be mindful of who you get involved with, Aquarius, because I do feel that this King of Cups, it wanted to come up in reverse. Somebody here could have some kind of illness. Won't be for everyone, of course. They may be a widow or widower, so be mindful of where you step. It does look like you want marriage commitment with this person, but just be mindful, because I do feel that they have been married before. They may have lost their spouse. They may be older than you, Aquarius. Something like that I'm getting here. But this person may be, I'm seeing all these bottles by this person's bed. They may be on a lot of medication. Something like that, guys. What is the final message here for Aquarius? This won't be for all of you, of course. But it does feel like if you know that, if you already know that someone perhaps is ill or ailing or is not the greatest in physical shape, you can manage to create your own happiness regardless of the circumstances. Yes, I do see that. Yeah, go slow, take time, and don't rush into anything here, this fogged in energy, and expand your horizons. Look around. That this may not be the only option for you here. Make sure that this is love. This is something that I feel that the love will win out over whatever's going on with this person. But you have to really love them. I mean, this is the sort of thing where you could be looking after this person. This person may be going through some stressful times. They could be drinking, or they could be addicted to substances, whatever this is, guys. Yes, I do see you being able to find happiness with this person, but it could take a while to get out of this fogged energy. If you're unhappy in this relationship, you can choose to be happy. Yeah. However you want that to be. I mean, some of you could be choosing to be happy and getting out of this relationship, whatever you wish. However you wish happiness to be in your life. What does it look like to you? Does it look like with this person or no? It's ultimately your choice. Some of you could be moving out, relocating. Others of you will choose to settle down and be with this person. It's about 50-50 in this reading, Aquarius. I'm going to leave it there and wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, of course, you can email me. My links are down below for my Etsy store as well, or you can just Google me, Gypsy Insights Tarot on Etsy. Thank you so much for all of your support throughout the year, your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your hypes, Aquarius. I wish you all the very best for the holidays and the new year. Please do take care, and bye for now, Aquarius.